Hello, hello, y'all. This is Laurie with Laurie Resiliently Crafting. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing on this Thankful Thursday? Thankful Thursday. Welcome, welcome. We are in the Stand Tall Crafting Group. And if by chance you see this little red button right here, you caught me live. If not, just do hashtag replay. And I'll get back to you just as soon as Mr. FB lets me see you. Let me not get on the soapbox today. Let me not get on the soapbox today. Hey Cheryl, how you doing, beautiful? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do. Hey Jessica, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here. Just waiting on Miss Krista to pop in and say hey and get me shared over there into the group. So how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? We got a small lineup today. We do, but it's okay. And guess what? Y'all got 2 hours of Miss Marilyn and John with Done By Me because we had to make some adjustments, but it's okay. It's okay. I love to listen to them. I could watch them for hours and hours, not just 2, but I could. But up after Marilyn and John is Tina with T&D Creations. And then after that, we have beautiful Miss Giselle with Your Craft Cottage. And then we have Queen Bee Bits and Bobbles with Branya. Hey Krista, you got me shared, girlfriend. And then who's gonna close us out tonight is Carol's Roots Creation Station. So y'all need to stick around and check us all out. Thank you for the heart, sweet friend. Hey Sheila, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, let me see what, there it is. Okay, let me see if I can get my comments to work like they had a mind of their own the other day. They did. But it's okay. It's okay. Hey, Miss Giselle, how you doing? Hey, Laurie, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, let me go back and do it again because it's not bringing my comments up. Shame on them. Shame on them, right? It's okay. Sometimes I think if you hit the button too much, it confuses it. There we go. Hey, Robin, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. All right, let's get started because we don't have to wait on everybody to finish up. We don't. And it's 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 Central. So welcome. We are in the Stand Tall group. Okay, I got this great big mason jar, and look at that big old, I guess where it cracked, and they put glue on it, and it's where it's been sanded, so you can't get it off anymore. So that's the back, y'all. That's the back. But I went ahead and pre-stained it. And I did use the color Truffle by Waverly and just some water and a baby wipe. And I stained it. And then I took on the top, I stained it as well. And then I took some Rub and Buff with, it's coming along good, Cheryl. I'm in the process of getting moved. Y'all wouldn't even want to see this craft room. It's just, I got spots where shelves have been taken out and didn't have no place to put the stuff that was on the shelves. It's just piled up. Now I got to start toting it out there. I got a couple more shelves that got to be put up, but my husband said go ahead and start moving in. So I'm doing it. It's a work in progress, and it's a lot of work, but I'll be tickled. I said he won't be able to find me. If he can't find me, he'll have to look in the shed. He'll have to look in the shed, but it's okay. So I used the Rub and Buff and the color Gold Leaf. I thought it was autumn gold, but I think it dried up. So I used it, using the Gold Leaf as well. And I just took my little brush here that I got from the Temu, because I got a pack of them. And I just put just a dab on there, and I rub until it wouldn't rub no more, and then I do a little bit more. But it's not going to stay that shiny. It's not. It's not. But I want, most mason jars nowadays, they used to have silver lids, but now they're a gold plated looking color or a brassy color. So that's what I'm going for. But we are doing fall, y'all. Hey, Rita, how you doing, beautiful? And my allergies have been, the goldenrod in South Georgia is, yeah, it is a big mason jar. It came from the Walmart. In fact, I got it from Tina with T&D Creations. She was doing a D-stash sale, and she had bought it a couple years ago. and never used it. And I said, I love them things because they're good door hangers. They make real good door hangers. And they're sturdy and they'll hold up. You just make sure that you have to drill holes in there and put your wire through the holes, because nothing else is going to hold up, you know, especially in South Georgia. Even if you use some of the stronger glues in this heat, because it is pretty sturdy. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Hey, the Red and Cardinal Living, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. I love them too. They're fun. They're fun to work with. So I went ahead and stained it around where my print's gonna go, and I am gonna put a light coat of the Dixie Belle drop cloth in the middle. But before I do that, y'all can see how it's got where they've indented the rim. But to bring that out, I wanted to go ahead and the reason why I went ahead and did so much is because there's a lot to this. You staple your hangers on. Well, I stapled my hanger on the last time, and it was on my door, and it fell off. So I was like, no, let's just go the holes, and we'll do it that way. But I mean, you do you, hon. I probably didn't have long enough staples in. That's why it came out. But hey, Connie, how you doing? How you doing, girl? And Teresa, hey. And there's Mama Todd. So I've got these Azure. They're called Azure, and I got them from Walmart. Paint markers, and they come in like this, and it's a 24 pack, and they come in with a little case with all the different colors in it, and I haven't used them much, but I love the Posca pens, but unless you get the great big pack, you don't get many choices. It's just got your basic colors. Well, just the 8-pack, it does not have a brown in it, y'all. It does not. Hey, Diana, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Yes, I really like the holes, because then I can put a good sturdy wire in it, and I know I'm not going to have no problem with the holes. So, and once you get everything on there, you're not even going to see the holes. You're just going to see the wire through it, right? But anyway, we're going to take this little marker, and it's 2 ends. It's got a smaller end, and then it's got a wide end. It's got this big fat wide end on one end, and then it has a smaller tip on the other end. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. So I'm going to take this brown, and the color is sienna, and I'm just going to go inside these little indentions just to darken it up. I don't want it real bright. I want it toned down, but I just want these indentions to stand out some more than what they are already. I want you to be able to tell this is mimicking a lid on the mason jar, right? Because we all probably have mason jars. I don't know about y'all, but that's what we use for drinking. For drinking out of a glass in my house, we drink out of a mason jar glass. Hey, Christine, how you doing, beautiful? And then Sheila's Little Treasures. I just said hey to you, but you came in under your name and not your page name, girl. And if anybody here has got a page, please come under your name, because there's so many crafters out and about now. It's hard to keep up with them all. And some people may not know that you have a page if you come under your personal page. And that way they'll know that you've got a page, and I want y'all to follow my friends, and my friends become your friends, and then, you know, and we're just a community of unity, and I love to support other crafters, because I know for a lot of people, crafting is therapy, and it is for me as well. And like I said Tuesday when I was on, yes, I have God for my main concerns of things that are going on in my life and so on and so forth. But this is like an outlet to be able to express your creativity and take your mind off of what's going on in the other world, right? Hey, Misty, how you doing, beautiful? How you doing? Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you. How you doing today, Mama Todd? How you doing? We're finally getting some rain, y'all. We haven't had any rain in like 3 weeks to a month. It's my grass is crunchy. My grass is crunchy. Who's that? Hey, Carol Ruth, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for sprinkling, sprunkling. That's hard to say, girl. That's hard to say. Thank you for sprinkling. So, it's supposed to start raining. You could see it in the air and smell it. When I walked outside, I went and took my ferns that are hanging on my porch, on my front porch, and put them down on the steps so that when it starts raining, they'll get some good old real rain, not tap water, right? Because they really like the rain because it's got oxygen in it, and it wakes the little roots up, and they just look so pretty after it's rained, especially with the wet rain still on it. And if I miss any comments, I'm sorry. I'm looking down. No rain there. Well, I'm sorry, but I looked at the radar last night, and it said that we had 40% chance this afternoon, and I was like, well, I'm not expecting any at 40%. Usually it's 50 or more before we get it. But I walked outside. I told my husband, because he's had doctor's appointments today, so he had to go see about all that, so he didn't work today. Anyway, he was getting ready to leave to go to his doctor's appointment. I said, dang, it's done got dark. And he said, yeah, you can smell it. And about that time, I walked outside and messing with my ferns, and I was like, yeah, you sure can. And you can see the dark clouds, and I was like, come on, bring it on, bring it on. We need it so bad. Need it very bad. Need it so very bad. Okay, I think that's all I want to do to that. I think. Let me show you what I did. It's still 90s. Cooler tomorrow, 60s in the AMs, high in the 80s. Yeah, it was it was 97 yesterday here. It was miserable, but the humidity was thick, really, really thick. It's like 96% there. But yeah, our humidity was really high yesterday, but you know, I knew it's because the rain's coming in. And then this morning when I went to the school, we had a meeting with the principal today, and anyway, I don't want to get into that right now, but when we left there, I told my grandson, I was like, dang, it's actually breezy today. Yesterday, you couldn't even catch a breath. I mean, it was just really still. I said, that's the rain coming in. He said, probably so. Okay, so that's what we got with that. So now let's put our little coat of the drop cloth on the middle. And that's just so that my image will stay bright and it won't be washed out from the dark stain. Well, yeah, it's not really stain, it's paint watered down, but it's working it as a stain. We work it as a stain, right? That's what us crafters do. We find other uses and different ways to do things to make it work, right? To make it work. Hey, Linda, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here, sweet friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do. So anybody got any big plans this weekend? Like I said, I'll be moving into my building. Hopefully I'll have everything set up enough where I can at least go live Monday, because I'm in an event Monday. And I went ahead and signed up for it. Miss Ollie messaged me. I guess she had somebody to cancel out and she needed a fill-in. So she messaged me and I was like, yeah, I can. And then I got thinking about it. I was like, dang, I hope you have everything ready. So I got work to do this weekend, y'all. But I've been so looking forward to being able to bring everything out there. I'll probably walk 10 miles moving stuff, because I haven't bought the amount of totes that I want, because the underneath, which I should get on there and do a live to show y'all what it looks like as of now versus what it's going to look like when I get done with it. But my grandson and I went out there yesterday morning and hung up one of my shelving units, and I've got 2 more shelves. One more, it's gray, and my other one is black, so I want to spray paint the one that's gray so that they at least match. You know what I'm saying? So they at least match. Yeah, I wish I could, Krista. I sure wish I could. Hey, Bronya, how you doing, beautiful? How you doing? She'll be on later, y'all. She'll be on later. So, like I said, I'm just filling in this part right here. And I know it's kind of the same color as the wood, but I do not like to put my prints on directly on the wood. I like a paint up underneath it of some sort. It protects the wood. It protects the wood. So, this is what we doing today. And I'm doing something with a print, well actually with two prints that I've never done before, but we're gonna try it and we'll see how it works. But this is what every time I look at it, thank you, Cheryl, I'm excited too. Every time I looked at these two prints, I was like, these two really need to go together. So we're gonna try to put a couple prints together and make it look like one print. That's what we're gonna do. And I've never done it before, y'all, but that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work with it and see what we can come up with. All right? See what we can come up with. That's a good thing about being a creative. You use your mind. You use that old brain the good Lord gave you. My mama used to say, well, my daddy too, use that brain besides something for, other than something for as a hat rack. Hey, Craft Box Christy, how you doing, beautiful? And Tina, hey girl, hey, how you doing? I'll get these lids. I believe they go on backwards. They do. They twist opposite direction than the normal lid. So let's dry this. Let's dry it. Let's dry it. And my fan is only on. I turned it down because I was in here by myself and wasn't doing much. And it was getting really chilly. Well, now that I'm doing something and running the heat tool and all the things, I'm hot. So let me turn it back up. Let me turn it back up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Because I got the air conditioner vent right here. I don't know how I'm going to be able to. I'm going to have to go out there early morning as soon as my feet hit the floor to turn my air conditioner on if I'm planning on being out there. That's why I'm ready for the cooler weather. Ready for the cooler weather. I don't have to run that thing so much so it don't run up my light bill. Don't run up the light bill. Hey, Rhoda, how you doing? How you doing, Rhoda, May, and Ray? I like that name. I like it, I like it. Okay. I think we're good and dry here. See a little bit of dampness in there. I got a fuzzy. I got a fuzzy. Where'd the fuzzy come from? I don't know. I just realized I got rubbing buff right there too that I don't want there. So let's grab the sander. And we got to sand that down. There we go. Got that off. All right. Okay. Now, let me show you my prints, y'all. And both of these came from the nesting box. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Hey, how you doing? But I love the trees and the little brook that runs through it. It reminds me a lot of New Hampshire when I lived up there, and directly across the road from where my dad's house is, there was a little brook that run through that. And through the fall months, it was so pretty, and that's exactly what it looked like. And it just reminded me of home. Hey, Sherry, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you, thank you. So we're going to use both prints, this one as well as this one. You see the little farmhouse up there in the corner? I love farmhouses. I'm a country girl through and through, y'all. I am. And my nose is wanting to run. So let me wipe my nose. Excuse me one moment. Yeah. But what I was telling you about the goldenrod is plentiful right now and we've got it growing crazy all in my ditch. It's in the ditch big time. In the ditch big time. Okay, we're gonna put that one down like so. Hey, Diane Edwards, how you doing, beautiful? And then we're gonna take this one and kind of make it look like the creek is coming on down from there back up into this one, and we're gonna add them together. Now I'm gonna have to blend through the middle. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. You see right there in the middle where I tore it out? We're gonna blend the crepe to join together those two prints. So y'all see where I'm going with that? You see where I'm going with that? So that's what we're working on, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. Guys, so let's get this first print on. Let's get this first print on. Let's move that over there. And I did spray it, but I like to make sure that I don't have any runs, so I do put my Mod Podge on the back, because this is just copy paper. There's no nothing special about it. Hey, Marilyn. Yes, Sherry, I am. Yes, they are, aren't they, Mama Tom? I'm been doing a couple things. I'm not really on a diet. I really just wanted to get rid of my big old belly, because I had, everybody talks about, and I've done research about it, about your cortisol and how your cortisol can cause you to have a bloated belly. So I started doing some different home remedy stuff, or all natural, doing those kind of things. And then I decided to, because I know this is a TMI, but I have a very screwed up digestive system, and my system don't like me. So I could eat a gummy bear and I wouldn't be able to use the bathroom for like 3 or 4 days. Well, that's just not good. That's just not good. So I started doing the castor oil packs. I don't know if y'all seen them on Facebook or not, but and that Dr. Barbara O'Neill, she talks about them as well. And I decided, I said, well, I'm going to try it. Well, and all it is castor oil, just regular castor oil, that like what you buy at the Walmart, in the pharmacy area. And you put, because we all know that our navel is our lifeline, right? That is where we were attached to Mama when we were still in the womb. So you take the castor oil, and you take just a little bit with a dropper and put it in your navel and just kind of rub it around. Well, then I take this, it's called a castor oil pack, but you take a pad that's smaller, you put some more castor oil on that and spread it out a little bit, and then you lay that over your stomach, and then it's like a fanny pack that goes over top of that to hold it in place. And since I've been using that, it ain't no joke, I have been able to use the bathroom on a regular basis. When you're not regular, you can tell, and you get irritable, you get bloated, you're just not comfortable, you know, and that's just waste, and it's not good for us. So that's what I've been doing. Well, whatever you're doing, working, you're looking great. I think I always look great, though. Well, thank you, Sherry. Thank you, sweet friend. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so this is our first print. This is our first print. You see what we got there? So now, let's get to the other pot. So let's put this one down and get this piece here. And let's get our Mod Podge on there. And I've got some real pretty florals to go, and a bow. And I'm going to put a doily on it. And we're going to do, and I've still got a transfer that I want to put on it. So we got lots to do. We got lots to do. Now you put it in your tummy. Now you put it on your tummy. Yes, ma'am, I sure do. I just put it right there in my navel and rub it in just a little bit, and then, or in your belly button, and just rub it in just a little bit, and then I take it and put it on that pad that they give you when you buy the pack, and you lay that across your belly after you put it in your navel with more castor oil on it, so that it goes around your stomach, and then you put like a fanny pack around it, and it's got Velcro straps, so you can tighten it up or loosen it up for whatever size you need it at. And then you just, you know, then you just put your pajamas on over top of it. And that's what I've been doing. And I told my husband the other day, I said, I even went so far as I went one night without it, just to see if it was actually the reason why I was able to use the bathroom and all the things. And, you know, because I'm taking all kinds of vitamins and stuff that's supposed to help with all that, and that wasn't doing anything for me, really, other than it was helping with my neuropathy. So, so I even went so far, like I said, and just didn't do it. Didn't do it that night. I said, let me skip tonight. Well, I got up the next morning, and even after my coffee and all the things, nothing happened. Nothing. I was like, and all day, nothing. I was like, really? This is ridiculous. So the next day, the next night, that night, after nothing happened, I went back in there and tried it again, did the same routine, and got up the next morning, and it's right after I started drinking my coffee, it was headed to the bathroom. I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing this, because, you know, we all know that, you know, when your bowels sit, it's nothing but waste, and it's just not good for you. You know, the old timers used to, well, my husband's granny used to tell him that they had to take a tablespoon of castor oil, whether they needed it or not, you know, just to flush it out. And, you know, we all know that God put everything on this earth for a reason. And if it's going to help, and castor oil is not expensive, y'all, it's not. But I didn't like taking it because it gave me cramps. I don't like, you know, ingesting it and swallowing it. It was giving me cramps. And I was like, but since I've been doing it, the cortisol belly's gone down and all the things. Never heard it till now? Yep. Castor oil, plain old castor oil, has been around for years and years and years. Been around for years and years. The old timers used it religiously. Well, they did down here in the South. Okay, so now you can see where I'm talking about, where that little spot is right there, that we're going to blend it in. We're going to blend it in and put it right there. My great-grandmother used nickel magnesia every night. Yeah, well, and that was the only thing that I was using, but that would work. That would work, but it would be in effect on me for like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, I don't like this either. And, you know, there's nothing natural in Phillips Milk and Magnesia, because that's what my sister was like. Well, just take some Mom, which is Phillips Milk and Magnesia. And I was like, well, yeah, but I want something that isn't so man-made. You know, I want to try to go natural. You found another church. We've been going back to our home church, where my husband was called to be a deacon, where the Lord called him to become a preacher. That's where we've been going. He's doing a fill-in preach at a church October 5th, next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. And they've asked him if he would mind doing a couple different, I think the 5th, and then the following weekend after that. And then he goes out of town for his job for the school. He's got to go to this big conference thing that they're sending them all to. So he'll be out of town, so he wouldn't be able. I'm gonna try. I've had the oil for months. Well, good, Sharon. You try it, girl. It helps me a lot. It helped me a lot. Oh, I'm not even telling you what colors I'm using here, but I've just got ceramic coat in the color Paradise. This is an old apple barrel acrylic paint, and the color's Flesh. But you can look at that label. Look how old that label is, but it's still good paint. And it's Flesh color. And I'm just putting a little daub here and there in my little tray, because we don't need a lot. Come on. And then I'm going to need a little bit of yellow. And this yellow is Daybreak Folk Art Matte. What would you use the oil without the pad and fanny pack? Same results. If I did, like I said, you can take just a teaspoon or a tablespoon of it, but it would cramp me really bad, and I didn't like that. So that's why I chose not to go that route. Because I tried it. Hey Lisa, how you doing? Thank you for sprinkling, sweetheart. Sweet friend. Can't talk today either, y'all. This color is medium blue, and this one is Folk Art multi-surface, and this one is Anita's, and it's also medium blue, but it's a different color blue. It's not the same. Could use one tattoo on it, so I did. Oh, I missed that conversation. And look at that. Now these are both of these are medium blue, but look, that one right there in the bottom, that's one medium blue, and that one's another from a different company. Both are medium blue, but they're both different colors, right? Okay. And this one is light periwinkle. Hey Sue, how you doing? And Patty, hey girl, hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for being here. This one, ooh, got way too much of that. All right, so we're gonna take our little brush here. Let me find which one I need. And this is it's just a medium round. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the brown and kind of go off right here where this dark part is, and just kind of dab. We're gonna dab just a little bit and bring it around. I'll add a little bit on this side and a little bit of this flesh color. And if y'all hear my dog carrying on, I apologize. He's in the room with my grandson, and he's probably on the phone with his buddy, and he's ignoring him. So Deacon making it known, hey, you're supposed to be talking to me, buddy. You're supposed to be talking to me. Okay. So I'm just dabby, 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 dab. We just do little bits. And I'm going to use the same brush. Oh, thank you for sprinkling, Patty. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to just dab off as much as I can. See where I'm putting it in the side of the cup and just kind of dabbing that dark color. And I'm going to take a little bit of the light blue, a little bit of the light medium blue, and a little bit of the dark blue. And if you can see it on my brush, can you see how I've got all three colors on that brush? And I'm going to go right here, and we're going to bring it up. We're just going to kind of dab around in this this little bald area that we got going on here. Kind of add into it. And then bring it down into the print that's already got the stream or brook, whatever you want to call it, going down in there. And it's just going to blend it in. Okay, now I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to take just a tad of this yellow, just a little teeny tiny bit, and just kind of give it a little bit of lines in it, just to blend it together. And y'all, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Just take some paints and start mixing with them, and take a picture that you've got already printed out and just blend it. Blend it into how you want it to match and how you want it to look. We can all do it. We can all do it. And if you get too much, just dab it off. It's just it's just paint, y'all. It's just paint. So I'm going back over here with just a little bit of yellow with the edges, because I did, and I didn't mean to. I went ahead and kind of went around my paper that I had already trimmed up, and went around it with a little bit of the wax, just to finish off my edges, because I was sitting here watching, I don't know who it was I was watching, but I was watching crafting. I was watching crafting. Y'all don't do that, do you? So I'm going to take a little bit of this periwinkle, because it's got a gray purple hue to it, and dab it back off, and do the same thing where I just did the yellow, and just kind of take my brush and run some streaks around it, just so that it kind of looks like the water, because we want it to blend into the print that's already there, right? Okay, so I'm just going to keep blending it until I get it just how I want it, and then I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me show you what we got so far. Does that kind of look like it all came down together? Does that look like it came all joined together? I think I need a little bit of, because to me it looks like it's kind of a spot that where the water fills up, and then it comes back down to a narrow area, and then it starts running off down that way. You're terrible at blending, Misty. Just practice, baby girl, just practice. Hey, Diana, how are you doing, sweetie? How you doing? Okay, maybe I'll use a little bit of this drop cloth, just a smidge. Oh, since we already got it right here, right? No sense in grabbing another one. I'm just going to take just a little bit off the side here, just a smidge, And we're just going to kind of blend it so it looks like the water's coming down into the other. Okay, sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm concentrating, y'all. Concentrating. I love to watch people paint, and that's the only reason why I do what I do, because I've watched enough that I love to do it. Yes, she can. She sure can. And Giselle, she's another one that loves to blend paint and kind of, yeah. I sat there and watched her do it too. So let me dry this, because the color changes just a little bit once we dry it. Okay. Yep. I didn't get a little piece of glitter over there. I don't know. All right, now let me show you what I did. Can y'all see? Does it kind of all blend with the picture? Does it look like it's blending with the picture? What you think? If y'all like it, send me some hearts. The old FB likes that. What y'all think? Does it look like it belongs in there, or does it look like a sore thumb? Y'all tell me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marilyn. What y'all think? Oh, there we go. Thank y'all for them hearts. That must mean you like it. You like it. Woo, woo. Okay. So we're going to be done with all that painting stuff. Let's see. I've got, I thought about going out with it and doing the blending and all that, but we'd be here for hours, and I didn't want to do that to y'all. I didn't want to do that to y'all. Hey, Cheryl King, how you doing? Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, I'm just going to take my wax brush that I usually use, the Kiehl's Dark Wax, and it's a different color brown. So I'm just going to go right around the edges here, just to kind of make sure that I got everything blended in with my board and my paper. Because I will go over this, probably with some polyacrylic. I'm having brain farts, y'all. Brain farts. Brain fog, brain farts, whatever, you know, live brain. It's kind of all the same, isn't it? So I'm just darkening this up just a little bit. Okay. All right. Now, before I go to add the polyacrylic, I have this right here, and this is ChristianCraftPaper.com, and I have this, well, you get everything from unsticking on it. Got this little transfer right here, and it says fall into his piece right there. And I thought about putting that right down there, because to me, this right here is fall, and you don't get no more peace than what you get with the Lord. You just don't. And those of you that are believers know what I'm talking about, because God will give you the peace. When life is hectic and things are going awry, God will calm your soul, calm your spirit, and it's just amazing to me. It's just absolutely amazing what he can do. What he can do. You know, even though he's God, sometimes it just still baffles me that why would he want to even waste his time on me? But I thought that would be pretty right over here. So we're going to lay that down. We're going to rub a little bit. Rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it. Rub it, rub it, rub it. And it's not boom in your face. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Let me grab, where's my sticks? Where's my sticks? Yes, ChristianCraftPaper.com. ChristianCraftPaper.com. Get all kinds of transfers. You can get napkins. You can get, I believe they have papers, prints, stuff like that. You can get all of that through them. And it's a family-owned business. It's a family-owned business. I was watching Be the Light by Melanie, and she uses them too. And she had a gorgeous napkin. And I was like, dang. But I just get the monthly subscription to them. And you know, and they send you stuff that is faith-based for each season. You know, and I may not use it this year, but I'll have it for next year. It's not going to go nowhere. But it'll be in my stash for when I get ready to use it, right? And that's the fun part about having a stash. When you need it, when you decide you want to use it, it's there already. But I tell you what, when you get ready to move it all, it's like, what the what? I didn't realize I had so much stuff. But I know I'm not the only crafter that does that. And I know Miss Marilyn's got plenty of stuff, because she's been working on it for several years, trying to get all her stuff organized and situated, and she's been crafting for a long time. So I know she's got plenty of stuff. It's a crafting thing. It's a crafting thing. If you like to craft, you know what I'm talking about. But crafting is my escape. It is my way of being able to forget about what's going on in the world and the things that are bothering me and that's got my heart heavy. You know, God does that too. But this is my way to be able to. And I know there's a lot of people that feel the same way, that it's, you know, it's just a way to get away from everything that's going on, you know, because there's a lot of things going on in this world that's just hard to deal with because it's so much evil out there, you know. And some days I just want to throw my hands up and say, come, Jesus, come, please, come take us home, please. I have so much in my stash. I have no idea what I have. I know, Sherry, I know. That's what my grandson said the other day. He said, maybe you start moving this stuff, you're going to find stuff you forgot you had. I said, I know I am. I know. I already know that, bub. Because, you know, in this room that I've been in, I haven't been able to, I mean, it's organized. It was semi-organized. But then it got where the more I added and I didn't have a place to put it, it got kind of cray-cray. It got kind of cray-cray. So, we're working on that, though. I've got a stack in my living room right now of stuff that I've already organized to take out there. Like all my napkins and, you know. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to take my finger and go over it. Make sure it's good and down. It's all down. And I know it's backwards, and I'm sorry. But you can see. And it's just got the fall leaves. And it just says, fall into his peace. Fall into his peace. And that right there, to me, is just so peaceful. So, so peaceful. So, so peaceful. All right. Now, let's move on to the next. Move on to the next. Okay, y'all. Y'all know my fascination with doilies. Well, I've got this one, and it had 9 of these little flowers on there. But when I looked at this, I thought of how in the older days they took doilies or fabric, and they put them over top of the jars, right? And then wrap them with jute. So I decided it's just about done, girl. It's just about done. My grandson and I went in there and hung one of the shelves yesterday, and I got my backdrop up. So now he's got one section that he still has to put some shelves in, and he's got to he's building a carport on it as well, so that we can park our little Kia car in there. Well, my grandson calls it the rat ride. So, all right, so we're going to put this doily on the front like so. But I wanted to see the flowers. So, I'm going to lay that down. I'm going to grab up my fabric tack. We're going to tack down some of these flowers on the front. And it has been coffee stained, y'all. I do love the coffee stain. And it smells so good. It smells so good. But we got to stop up here. We got a situation. Hold the phone. We got a clog, y'all. Okay. Now, let's try it again. I need to get me some more. I'm starting to run low. Yep, starting to run low. All right, come on now. Give me a hard time. You don't give me a hard time. All right. There we go. Now it won't stop. Now it won't stop. But I like to use the fabric tack. Again, being down here in the South or wherever you live, if you're in the southern area, Texas, Alabama, any of those places, you have to use something other than hot glue because it will melt. And I like the fabric tack because it doesn't leave lumps in your whatever it is that you're working with. Okay, let me throw that in there. Get that off of there. Knock it back down. Look at that. It's blowing bubbles. Blowing bubbles. Okay. But I like to store it upside down so that it don't take a month of Sundays to get it to come up. Right? So that's why it's always got all that mess on there. Got all that mess on there. Yeah, Sherry, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Now, as far as the back goes, we're going to put the hot glue on the back because I'm not real worried about the back. Because it's already secured on the front. So I'm just tacking it down, just putting it down on these, in a couple little sections here, just so that it will adhere without any problem. Ooh, we got the stringies going on. Got the stringies. Let me grab another glue stick, glue stick, glue stick. Yeah, okay, all right. So that's what that looks like. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. What we got on time? What we got on time? Oh, we got just a few more minutes. Miss Marilyn must have a big project going on. She's going to be on for 2 hours. Shoo, shoo, shoo. All right, now I'm going to take my jute, and I believe this is Dollar Tree jute. I believe it's the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to just put a little bit right here down on the hot glue and just lay my jute in it. Get my little doojobber. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, thank you. You snuck in on me, girl. You did, you did. You snuck in on me. So now that we got that on there, get the glue strings off of there. Now I want to take it around. We've got to make sure that this is down though. Take it around. And I'm trying to mimic what they do in the older days when they would can items and give them as gifts. You know, back in the day, people made gifts. And it was, to me, it was better because, you know, that people put their heart into handmade gifts, whether it's something they cooked or something that they made. To me, it's just more meaningful. That's just me. That's just me. And it's a shame that so many people are all about the new gadgets, the new stuff. Now, if you need it, it's one thing, but the wants, and kids nowadays do not appreciate anything that's handmade, and it breaks my heart because you put love into things that are handmade. So what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Yes, good afternoon, friend. Good afternoon. Who said that? You haven't been there long, Debbie? Okay, so we got that. So now we need a bow, right? We need a bow. So let me see, and I'm gonna drill 2 holes right up here, and I'm gonna put some of that real thick rebar wire in there. The stuff that's oily that you got to clean it off so you don't get it all over your hands, and we'll put that in there. But I will take a picture and put it in there for y'all. We got that. So now let's make our bow. Let's make our bow while we still got time. Let's make our bow. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, get back in there. Get back in there. Where are you supposed to be? All right, now I pulled out a couple different things, and I've also got some of this mesh stuff that comes, it's been at the Dollar Tree for the last couple years. Again, digging in my stuff, I found it and I was like, oh, I got some more. But I wanted to use some of this in there too, if I can get it to come apart. I should have done this earlier, but it's okay. It's okay. It's nothing but a thing. Come on, come untied. Come untied. There we go. Dang. Some things they don't secure enough, and other things they secure too much. Okay, I'm going to take a couple pieces of this, because I'm going to use this as my back piece. My back piece. I'm just going to fold it over like so, and then we're going to stick it in there. Stick it in there. We're going to use it for our back piece. I'm not going to use that as the tails. And I do have some sari silk here, so we're going to use the sari silk. We're going to use the sari silk. And I want to try to get all the colors that are in there in it. I've got some, let's just use the brown. And this is just fabric from the Dollar Tree. Because we got browns, we got oranges, we got golds, all the things. All them fall, beautiful fall colors. I love the colors of fall. Unfortunately, we don't get the colors that the New England states or the West Coast would get during the fall. Because it's so hot for so long, that cold air is what, at night, when the temperatures drop, that's what causes the leaves to change. And we just don't get that. Last year, we got more color in our foliage than we have in years. And it was so pretty. It was like, look, the trees we got red, we got yellow, we got orange. But there was still a lot of green. Still lots and lots of green. Okay, we got this leaves and that. And I was going to use this here, but the more I thought about it, I don't think I want to use that. I think I'm going to use this. It's a ribbon, but it's not wired. It's not wired. So we're going to use that to bring in the gold. And I'm just crisscrossing back and forth to get it where I want it. Okay? And it's real silky, so you kind of got to make it do what you want it to do. It doesn't like to cooperate. It's one of those things. I am going to use another piece of sari silk. But I think I'm going to use another leaf. And it smells so good because it's coffee stained. I got this fabric from Love It's Garden, and she coffee stains everything for you. And I love the smell of it. It smells yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, let's use another piece of, I want to grab a little bit of the sisal. A little bit. It will let me get just a little bit. If it'll let me. Alright. Take that, pull it apart. We got 4 minutes. And I'm going to put it in, cross it over, and kind of make it a bow too. We're going to do the same thing on this side and cross it over too. Like so. So it kind of mimics a bow. Kinda. We're going to add that in there, and then we're going to go back with the sari silk. The sari is S-A-R-I, not S-O-R-R-Y. I know I had a friend of mine said, where did you get that? I said, I ordered it off of Amazon. She said, well, I can't find it. I keep putting in sari silk and it ain't coming up. I said, well, how are you spelling it? She told me. And I was like, well, that's not how it's spelled, hun. That's why you can't find it. Why you can't find it. Anyway, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay, so we're going to tighten that down. Snatch her out of there. And again, we got our little stack right there. So I take my fingers and just do a twist. Just a twist and a twist. And then kind of pull it back to the way, the shape it was, so that your tails come down to where they're supposed to. what I do. Get back over there. And you got to keep an eye on some of your fabric, if that's what you're using, and keep it lined up, because it will get kind of cattywampus with you. It will get cattywampus with you. Okay, what we got going on here? I think you go over there. Nope, you go over there. Let me see. Okay, get back down there. It will get cattywampus with you if you don't watch it. So then I tightened it real good. Then I double knot it. Double knot it. But y'all, up after me is Marilyn and John with Done By Me. And I'm kind of excited to see what they got going on. They're going to be on for as long as they are. But it doesn't seem like you're on there, even though, now if you're standing up and doing a live, yeah, 2 hours feels like 2 hours, especially if you got back issues. But now, I don't know how many people have said that it doesn't feel like you've been on there as near as long as you have. You know, an hour sometimes just ain't long enough. So, whatever it is they got planned, I'm sure will be very, very interesting. So, I'm just going to put my little bow. That's my little bow. Got kind of crazy going on here. Just kind of snip off these little ends that are kind of crazy. We're going to put this back over here. And we're going to hot glue this down. And then I'm going to put a pine cone in the middle of it. Come on. Get back over here where you belong. Get back over here where you belong. There we go. I'm just going to add me a good dollop of glue right there. Stick that right there. We're going to hold her down. And we got less than a minute. Thank you, Krista, for having me. I appreciate you, sister. And I apologize for not checking in any earlier. Life just happens and gets crazy. And I forgot. I'm going to be honest. I forgot. But anyways, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate, hey Nara, hey sister. I appreciate y'all being here, and I want y'all to remember, no matter what, God loves you. I love you, but he loves you more, and he'll never leave you, and he'll never forsake you. Find peace in him. He is the only way that you'll have true peace. So this is my project for y'all. I will take a picture when I get it completely finished. Thank you for sprinkling me, Nara. Thank you. So y'all go over and give Miss Marilyn a watch. I'm sure she's got something fantastic. She always does. So I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care of yourself. And I will see you Monday. Bye for now.